Good evening and welcome back to Kaunas, ladies and gentlemen. We're here in the live press conference following the Slovenia-Angola game in the FIBA Olympic Qualifying Tournament. The final score was 68 to 118 in favor of Slovenia. And joining us here today is Angola head coach Pep Claros Canals and player Glofate Buyamba. To the player, first of all, a big loss for you today. Could you talk about what happened on the floor and what you have to do to improve after today's performance?
Que achas que tem passado hoje no jogo e que achas que temos que fazer para melhorar? Sim? Qual é a tua opinião?
Se passou no jogo é que começamos no jogo muito mal.
We started the game very bad.
Houve muitos erros defensivos.
We had a lot of defensive mistakes.
E também não estávamos agressivos.
And we were not aggressive.
De defender a bola.
To play defense on the ball. O que temos que fazer para melhorar?
Trabalhar, certo?
And just to get better, we just need to work.
And coach, your thoughts about tonight's game and how do you move forward from a 50-point loss?
Well, I think that first, again, congratulate the Slovenian team for his good game. And second, I think it's a tough loss because once you play against this level, you have to show a different attitude, you have to show a different mentality and different reaction. So if you are not anticipating, you're going to be late with them. If you just react, you are so late with them. So when a team score 18 threes and in a way they pass the ball, for me, there is no excuse that you can do it better. And maybe a little bit better on the second half, but you know, my feeling is that the team didn't fight like supposed to. And when you have to play against better opponents, you have to give more than your capacity. Then we didn't do it. That's the reality.
Glofate, you knew how difficult the challenge would be today, but how tougher did it make it with the start that the team made?
Tu sabias que era muito difícil, mas como achas que es o jogo de difícil para você? Can you repeat the question again?
So you knew that it was going to be a difficult
Tu
game.
sabías que iba a ser un jogo difícil?
Sí.
But with the way the team started, how difficult was it to recover?
Pero da maneira que a equipa tem começado, como achas que nós temos reagido, não é?
Como é que temos que agir?
Como es que nós temos reagido depois da maneira tão má que hemos comenzado, con una equipa que coñeces que son mellores, non?
Não estou entendendo.
He's not understanding. Can you make a different question?
Melhor.
Just is very young and it's his first press conference.
Okay, well, Coach, obviously it's never easy to lose the way you have today and in this tournament, but obviously you have a young group. What do you hope that they can learn from this experience?
Well, I hope we all learn. I mean, my first goal today, it was put him, that he's 20-year-old, against number 77 of Slovenia. So to know that any player can be very good, but it's his same age, you know. Today he also has his first experience in a press conference, so we need to develop everything. At this moment, we need to develop everything. But I think that this young group, you are not learning only from one game. You are learning from the preparation. You're learning also from. Well, I can tell you that most of our roster didn't know anybody else than Luka Doncic. And we're talking about incredible top. I'm European. I'm Catalan. So I know everybody on that team. So when you tell them, look, this guy is so good, Prepelic, who didn't play, incredible, Blasi, blah, 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 plus players that they are not even joining the team, I think they don't understand the level we are talking about. And I think that now, when we're talking that we have to share the ball, when we're talking that we have to be more aggressive, that we have to deny the ball, that we have to be more intense, they can see the players that they have more level, high level in Europe and all over the world. They do that. The simple things, they do it well, they do it faster, they do it with attitude, and this is, I think, the first lesson. So now, today, when we show a video of Luka Doncic, we show only the mistakes and the bad things that Luka Doncic was doing when he was playing in Spain. So we make 50 cuts of way of you can see that he's human, you know, because they only see him in NBA and they see him like he's so good because he's an incredible talented player. And I want to let them know that even the best players, when you face them, you have to show aggressiveness on defense, and you have to be intense, and you have to play with this kind of attitude that players like today, Dragic, Blazek, they were denying, pressing our pointers with so much intensity, and they didn't know even their names, you know. So I think this is a good lesson for them.
Glofate, what, as coach mentioned, the battle against Luka Doncic, what does it mean to you, and what have you learned from this game?
¿Qué has aprendido hoy de tu batalla con Luka Doncic y qué has aprendido de él, ¿no?
Ah, que eu tenho aprendido.
De hoje, porque quando tens estado contra Luka Doncic.
Aprendi, tipo, em fazer assistências, como ele faz, vê-la jogar. Yeah, so.
Yeah, doing assists like he's doing, just see him playing, it's just, you know.
Acho que ele também não mostrou muita coisa hoje. Tipo.
Well, he say he didn't show a lot of things today. He showed more than us, but okay. Ele ha mostrado mais que nós, eh?
Pode?
Ele ha mostrado muitas mais que nós.
Yeah, mostrou, mas não mostrou. Nós sabemos.
He said he was not so incredible, like, you know, that all the highlights that he see probably in the NBA, you know.
All right, thank you. And we will now open the floor to accredited media via the Zoom platform. Please raise your hand if you have any questions.
Ahora van a preguntar a gente de online y van a preguntar. Ahora te digo.
And in the meanwhile, Bradley, go ahead.
Can you talk about your captain? He's 42 years of age, still representing the national team. How much of an inspiration is that, and how much does he help the younger players?
Puedes falar de Mingas, que es 42 años, y cómo él ayuda a la equipa y ayuda a los jugadores novos.
O Minga ajuda tanto no treino, fala conosco, como temos que se posicionar no campo.
He helps us in practice, he helps us
passa a experiência
on the
dele, que
game.
ele tem há muitos anos para nós.
He got so much experience, so he's always talking to us. ¿Algo más?
Thank you, gentlemen. That will conclude our press conference,
That's it. Yes.
and we will be back shortly with Slovenia.
Okay. Thank you.
Welcome back to the live press conference here in Kaunas. Joining us today is Slovenia head coach Aleksandar Sekulic and player Luka Doncic. I would like to remind the media via Zoom that we will be taking questions in English first, and then we will move on to Slovenian. So please raise your hand if you have a question in English. But before that, Luka, can you share your thoughts about tonight's game and the 50-point win?
We had a great start. We knew Angola was going to be very aggressive. They were aggressive the whole game. I really respect that. They were, they were doing press 30 seconds to go, so I really respect that. We had to go into the game with a great mentality because they were really aggressive, and I think we did a great job.
And Coach, your thoughts about the game? You must be happy after such a blowout.
Hi, everybody. Yeah, no, I'm not just happy because of the blowout. For us, the most important thing was to win the game. We wanted to start this tournament good, especially on the defensive end. I think the guys did a great job on the court. Also, the coaching staff prepared the players well, and then everything was easier on offense also. We have big respect to Angola team, this is the way. This is why we approach the game on a highest possible level.
Luka, the team looked like they had a lot of fun out there today. How much did you enjoy the game and being back representing the national team?
For me, it's always a pleasure to play for a national team. It's something I desire. I can't wait to play, so I'm really happy being here.
And Coach, you had 8 players in double figures today, everyone contributing on the floor. How pleasing is that, especially for a first game of the tournament?
Yeah, like I said, we started well on defense, and then it's easier on offense. I think we have also big talent on our offensive end. I think everybody can score on our team. They really enjoyed the game, and it looked like they had fun.
We will now open the floor to the accredited media via Zoom. And once again, I would like to ask you to ask your questions in English first, and then we will move on to Slovenian. Donatas Urbanos, let's give you the floor first.
Congrats with the win. I have a question for Luka. Offensively, incredible game with amazing ball movement, despite the fact you guys played your first game together 12 days ago, and Latko Čančar wasn't even there. Luka, how did you manage to click together so fast?
I think we had great practices. Everybody's enjoying playing. Everybody's having fun playing out there, and that's what we have to do. We have to enjoy. Everybody has to enjoy and have fun out there.
A question from Jakub Wojcinski. Jakub?
Hello, I have a question to Luka about tomorrow's game versus Poland. Can you talk how much do you know about Polish team? Which players do you think are the most dangerous, and what's the, let's say, game plan? What should you do to beat Polish team?
It's gonna be a very tough game. I remember Poland in Eurobasket. We won barely. I think Ponitka and Slaughter are the two players we have to guard really well, and I think they have on them a great team, so we have to be prepared.
Question from Lukas Malinauskas.
Clement Prepelic didn't play today. Could you give us more details about his situation, and when can we expect to see him on the court? Thank you.
Maybe Luka can answer. No, I'm joking. Clement has some issues.
Hex and shoes.
That's what I wanted to hear. He has some problem with neck. Hopefully he's going to be ready for tomorrow game.
A question from Donatas Urbanos.
Luka, Goran Dragic was in attendance in Žalgiris Arena. Does it mean for you to have him here around, and you know how close he was to be on the court with you guys, not in the stands?
I mean, obviously I wish he was playing with us. You know, he was the guy in the Eurobasket 2017. But it's great that he come here. You know, all the way here to support us. It means a lot, not just to me, to the whole federation.
And let's go with two more questions in English. Let's go with Karol Sliva. Please unmute yourself.
Can you hear me?
Yes.
Question to Luka. Luka, you've been obviously raised by European basketball, but you have already 3 years in the NBA under your belt. Can you talk about a little bit about differences in the officiating? Obviously, in NBA you have a little more star calls. The stars can do a little more. I noticed you've been a little bit surprised, a little bit sometimes on some occasions. Sometimes you've been looking at refs and expecting the calls you would normally get in the NBA.
I don't really get calls in NBA, I don't think. No, but I think the officiating is, you know, the players have to be calm because, you know, the officiating, they have a really hard job. I don't think we see that as like that, but they have a really hard job, and I think we have to be more and more patient.
And a question from Luis Rodriguez.
Luis Rodríguez del podcast desde la línea, Spanish for Luca. Luca, ¿cómo te sientes con este equipo de cara a la meta que tienen, ¿no?, para el boleto olímpico? Y la otra pregunta rapidito es, ¿cómo te ves en el futuro con el equipo de Dallas Mavericks en la NBA?
Lo primero, bueno, lo veo muy bien. Creo que estamos haciendo un muy buen trabajo. Hemos estado juntos 14 días solo, así que creo que vamos paso a paso. Y lo siguiente ya veremos, ¿no? Ya veremos lo que pasa la siguiente temporada. Y creo que ahora estoy concentrado en Eslovenia, no en Dallas Mavericks.
We will give the final question in English to Mindaugas Augustas, and then we move on to the Slovenian part of the press conference. I'm sorry, I cannot accommodate everybody. And Mindaugas Augustas?
Hello, Luka. My question is a little bit off topic. Weren't you surprised that you haven't met Jonas Mačiulis in the hotel here in Kaunas because he was not selected by the Lithuanian team? And can you tell what kind of teammate he was back in your Madrid days?
I mean, yeah, he was trying to come to the hotel, but since it's bubble, I couldn't see him. But I'll probably see him in the stands, you know, and he was a great teammate to me.
Thank you to the media. I'm sorry we could not accommodate everybody. We will now move on to the Slovenian press conference part. And Luka, could you give a brief statement about the game in Slovenian?
Zdravo sem, mislim, da smo super odigrali, super smo se pripravili na tole tekmo. Vemo, da so Angolci bili zelo agresivni, tako da smo se zelo dobro pripravili.
And let's move on to the coach.
Ja, vedno so tekme na turnirjih, te prve tekme so zelo pomembne. Nekako ne veš, kako bo ekipa reagirala naša, kako bo nasprotnikova ekipa. Dobro smo se pripravili na njih. Trenerski štab je naredil res dober posel pri tem, kako so pripravili igralce. Po drugi strani so igralci tole do perfekcije izpolnili naloge, predvsem v obrambi, in potem bilo vse skupaj lažje v napadu, tako da smo lahko uživali v eni res zanimivi košarki, predvsem za nas.
We will now move on to the questions from the accredited media in Slovenian. Maja Hrvatin, please.
Živijo, upam, da se slišimo. Najprej čestitke obema za res odlično zmago, pa vprašanje imam za vsakega od vaju. Najprej, Luka, za vas. Kar precejkrat smo vas med tekmo videli nasmejanega, pa me zanima, kaj vas najbolj navdušuje pri tej igri. Pri igri Slovenije, za vaš Sašo pa čez manj kot 24 ur pravzaprav precej težja tekma, kako pripraviti igralce, da bodo jutri spet pripravljeni.
Ja, mislim, da uživam. Najbolj me veseli ta timska igra. Mislim, da se vsi imamo zelo fajn in to me najbolj veseli. Najbolj, kako rečem, ta timska igra, kakor imamo.
And coach?
Ja, sigurno je kar izziv za nas, da se, predvsem za igralce, da se je potrebno hitro regenerirati in pa hkrati še pripraviti na tekmo proti Poljski, ki verjamem, da niti približno ne bo taka, kakor je bila danes. Dobro smo jih proučili, zdaj moramo samo še igralce pripraviti do tega, da bodo vedeli, s kom in kako bo potrebno igrati jutri.
And now a question from Gregor Terzic.
Ja, živo, čestitke za zmago, za selektorje. Bi vprašanje, če mogoče lahko malo bolj podrobno še o Poljski, kakšne so njihove značilnosti, kaj bo potrebno ustaviti.
Ja, zdaj, če sem malo iskren, nisem se niti toliko veliko posvečal Poljski. Spremljal sem jih zdaj na tej tekmi, ko so igrali z Angolo in še 2 tekmi, ko so odigrali proti Braziliji. Sigurno lahko pričakujemo eno zelo dobro trenirano ekipo. So skupaj že vrsto let z istim trenerjem, okostje ekipe enako. Tu imajo, predvsem se vse vrti okoli Ponitke in Slotarja. Vendar jaz mislim, da imajo kar okoli njih je kar nekaj igralcev, ki so sposobni zadeti z razdalje, kot tudi biti nevarni pod košem. Tako da nas čaka, rekel, dolg večer, pa jutri zelo kratka priprava, ampak morali bomo pač narediti vse, kar je v naši moči, da se v zelo kratkem času zelo dobro pripravimo, oziroma da pripravimo igralce, da odigrajo še na tako tekmo.
Before we let you go, Luka, one more question for you. In recent weeks, we've had several Eurobasket legends announcing their retirement. Felipe Reyes, Nico Zisis, and to highlight Vasilis Spanoulis. You were teammates with some, you played against others, and I know you consider Spanoulis as an idol. Could you talk a little bit about how much of an impact they've had on your careers and what they mean to you?
Oh yeah, obviously Felipe Reyes was my teammate. You know, he taught me well. He was the vet over there. He won almost everything, and he was really big time in my career for him. And obviously Spanoulis was my idol since I was little. You know, I always watched him. It was kind of sad seeing him retired. That's why I wear number 7. I mean, I couldn't wear number 7 because it was already taken, so I chose 77. But he was a really big time for me in career. I always watched his games, and it's kind of sad that he retired.
Thank you, gentlemen, and until next time.
Thank you. Bye.
That will now conclude the press conference here in Kaunas.
Any other language?